So how do you put an epilogue to this game? It's such a big game. Epilogue. Many, many years. It's of this. From the skip button. What happened? An office chair! Can't storm. All of these chairs? The memories! The memory hut! Wait, is this a mirage? This is a mirage, isn't it? The gas generator? And it's still running. In loving memory. The Cookie 9! It's Cookie 9! The ones who suggested the skip button. The person who suggested the skip button. They're back. Review, the Stanley Parable 2. April 27th, the day the game came out. Like so many, I have enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, with underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel, where the first game teamed with the originality of the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for, an infinitely deep hole. Who care? The new endings. Where about the enjoyable bits from Stanley Parable 1 with the adventure line? Instead, we get uninspired side quests collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I may say that I found the bucket to be quite comforting. Wait, from 2027? We need to talk about sequels. Boblin, Go Guy, Piss Order 0999. Cat Dog! Alone in the world with a little cat dog. Still, what is up with this? So they have a blog going all the way back to 2013. And then they didn't blog for freaking 14 years. Sorry I haven't been blogging much. Yeah, 14 years. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Name buttons. Is it Jim? Jim?
Jim.
Jim!
Jim. 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 Jim.
Jim! Real web. Stanley Parable. All developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reputation of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. It's outlined in a press release they published today. I think it's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. We thought it had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. More Jim buttons!
Jim. 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 Jim.
The background noise. So many Jim buttons!
Jim. Stanley. Jim. Stanley.
It said my name.
Jim.
It said Stanley.
Stanley. Stanley. Jim. 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 Stanley.
Who are these guys?
Stanley.
They finally did it.
Jim. Jim. Jim.
It was all Jim. And then Stanley.
Jim. 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 Jim.
But this one says Stanley.
Jim. Jim. Stanley.
Yeah. Yo, what is this? The figurines! It's like Banjo-Kazooie, I'm just now realizing. 25. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Oh, this is the actual intended route. Hey, it's you! Hello again. It's nice to see you. It's so terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Infinite Tuesday. Every time you restart the game, I will advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Well, content sounds like work. No need to do that. Okay. Never found a way to give you the broken trophy, did he? I would expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. The trophy machine is all fixed! On your side, we're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It will only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. It's a car! Infinite Tuesday. Begin. Stanley Parable Infinite Tuesday. The best game in existence. Yes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company.
Same as always.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're going to the trophy machine.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
The Stanley Parable
See,
2.
Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Yay! I love it.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Let's get it. Free, new, and easy trophy.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you.
Will it actually?
It's as simple as that.
It worked! Yes!
As you can see, the machine is not working yet. So
This trophy, please ignore.
what the holy hell is going on? You got the trophy? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
You've been here already. We got 4 jumps.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to... Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you, I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Guys, I need help. It's on my lamp. I'm gonna... Inside this is a knife. I'm gonna cut you, bitch! I'll fucking do that! No! I'm trapped in my own... Oh, no! You guys, the audio might be really shitty this way, but you'll hear him this time. He's fucking huge. In an apartment! Alright, I'm gonna turn up the volume so you hear this thing. Hang on, wait. The audio might be really shitty this way, but you'll hear him this time. He's fucking huge. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna ask you guys for tactics. What should I do? Ignite it. Flamethrower. God damn it, this sucks ass. Can't tell if this thing is behind the lamp now or whatever it is doing. Mr. Boss, you alive? You there? Alright, boys, I'm gonna do something that I never thought I was gonna do. I'm gonna perform a tactical role because I need the raid here. Alright? I'm gonna have to, because I can't see. That's raid. I have detected raid in my apartment. I'm gonna have to roll underneath the lamp where the wasp is looking at me. I'm gonna grab my raid, jump over my sofa, and then return to where you guys are. Shit! Ah! Fuck! Fucker! Fuck! Fuck! Ah! No! Okay. Ha-ha! Got you now, you motherfucker! Yeah! I'm gonna gently touch the lamp. Ah! There it is! Where's my raid? Where did I get the raid bottle? Where's that bottle? There it is! Hi! I got you now, you mother... You wanna come to me and fuck with me? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, bitch! Come at me! I got you now! Ah! I got the weapon, man! Yeah! Yeah, you better leave. And don't come back! Oh my god, that was a bunch of fun. I didn't get it. A bunch of fun. I didn't get it, but I threatened him enough for him to leave. Oh, guys. Victory, baby. We're gonna watch the Zero's animation, because I know a lot of you guys 4 pages, so after like even the thumbnail. Oh, there we go. 1080. We deserve to look at these frames at maximum. Bark skeleton, I like that. I like that. Get the fuck out of here. That's great. Nah. You can all edit an Eddie cartoon. Please you shut your IKEA ass up. Limitize. Okay, stop. Okay, first of all, I didn't notice the fucking Robotnik in the back. Oh, you got the Samson D-Track. Fucking the detail here is crazy. This is my old place in 2 control, the red one. And even got my lamps in the fucking... Oh, that's pretty damn accurate. Oh my god, it's the hornet! Freaking hornet, holy shit! I'm standing here in the hallway. Awesome. Where's my fucking raid? I'm gonna kill this thing. Well, this is fucking incredible. Holy shit. Yo, is that... Wait, is that a little simple flips in the back? Yes, it is! What the fuck? Balalaika. Alright, listen. Okay, right? I mean, it's not super accurate, but it's... So, holy shit. Alright. Come near me. I'll destroy you. Especially how messy it is, I'm guessing, yeah? Where'd it go? I smacked it, but I don't know where it is. I love the frames. Every frame is cool. Where'd it go? Man, right there, I don't know where it is.
Hole!
For heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said,
That's
"Yep,
what
that's
she
an
said.
infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
It's getting shorter!
Okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any...
Yeah, see the light at the
There
top.
it is. The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
I'm stuck. What the? It's sinking. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. Oh! It's me! Look at that beautiful face. That face is the most beautiful thing in the world.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer
Cookies! Drugs! I'm upside down. Oh, I love that.
Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
Oh.
Drifting away into dream. We can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Doodle peep. Can we go back down? Yeah. Wait. What is this? Oh, come on!
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of
Stanley.
course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Stanley.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise
I
you'll
really want
love
an
it.
egg.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Situation, but that unlike here, the real world.
Alright. Jim.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
You can count on me, I'm the number 2.
I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion trophy. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider and that it'll be accessible from the settings menu. We'll sort out the rest of the details later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed an extra secret pin number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly remember this. 8. Stanley simply began entering. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input them. In that case, Stanley... Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Step 2, combined cocaine, Step 3, get arrested for illegally making drugs. Step 4, upon release 50 years later, your meth is now fully processed and you can safely sell it on the streets since meth is probably legalized at this point.
Code bullet! Oh my god.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
In other news, I will be changing the background to a dark gray, and that was my idea and mine alone. Anyway...
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee. All of his
That's
coworkers
white.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
New code bullet video.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Aha! Me, I'm smart in my brain. Aha. Secret! Yes, it's Kevin McLean. Going to the void. Oh.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
The party
Welcome.
going on up there.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go.
new content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Don't freeze the game again.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
It froze again.